is a very special day for Indonesia's education, as today Indonesia commemorates National Education Day, or locally here known as Hardiknas, which is an important moment in appreciating the development of education in the country. This day is a reflection on how education plays a vital role in the development of a nation. So to talk more about education and education itself here in Indonesia, we present to you today's VOI talk, Educating for a Stronger, Smarter Nation, with former Executive Chair, National Representative of Indonesian National Commission for UNESCO, Dr. Itje Chodidjah, MA, who already joined us right now. Hello, Ibu Itje. Good afternoon. How are you today?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy National Education Day.
Happy National Education Day for all of us, for Indonesian teachers, students, and all Indonesians in general. And we are so excited to see the development of Indonesia's education now and in the future. So before talking more about the development, we would like to know about your view on this National Education Day. How do you define this day?
National Education Day is always a day of reflection. To reflect from what we have been practicing so far and how the education in Indonesia has impacted to the life of young people who are living at this moment and who will fill our future in Indonesia and the world. So for me, National Indonesian Education Day is always a moment of reflection.
Reflection every year. And this year, we have a special theme called Universal Participation Realizes Quality Education for All. What do you think about this year's theme?
Well, the theme is very universal and very broad, has broad meaning. And it means people all over the world always striving for education to improve the quality of human being, the quality of human life, to improve the quality of the life of the earth itself. Because if our education is improving the quality of human being, then the human being will have the quality of maintaining the quality of the earth. This is very important because the earth, we have only one earth, and if we cannot keep it well, then it ruins so many things in our life.
And when it comes to quality education, how to realize it, what factors what we have to pay attention to, and how we realize it?
Yes. Today we face a very vast, changing world. Technology has introduced the vast changing world. And education should actually follow this fast changing world. However, as we face in the reality, school has always been the place which are slower in terms of keeping up with the change. This is, I think, what we have to remember. Everyone, the policymaker, the teachers, the school, all the stakeholders of education should realize that education should also adjust themselves to the fast-changing world, not just in terms of technology, because technology is just tools to improve the quality. But talking about education is always talking about the doer, about the human being, because education is meant to improve the quality of human being. Technology should be utilized as much as possible to support human being, to support other human beings. So in this case, when we talk about education in formal context, in school and university context, the role of teachers is essential. The role of quality teachers is essential. It's not just in terms of, I involved so much in discussing education at UNESCO level. And we always talk much about how to improve the paradigm or change the paradigm of the doer. Those are teachers at school, principals, all the policymakers, in terms of looking at how to implement the good policies that they produce. So when talking about improving the quality of human being, the key role is the human being.
So
The rest are the supporting system.
Okay, so no matter how advanced the technology is nowadays, there are people, humans behind the technology.
Yes, and they should be in the center.
The center.
They should be in the center. Yes.
Okay, so how do you see Indonesia keeps up with the latest advancement in terms of technology, curriculum, and the human resources?
Well, in fact, Indonesia is not left behind at all in terms of keeping up with the technology on one side. On the other side, Indonesia is very diverse. We have very different contexts from Aceh to Papua. We have different situation. We have different background of policymakers in each region. So in this case, I think we have to be careful in universalized education in Indonesia. We have to look at the context. Which part of Indonesia we are talking about? Which sort of schools we are talking about? Which sort of bupati or governor background we look at about. So in this case, we have to have core system which focus on improving the human being. Just the system, not just the system. Because when we improve the system, we have to consider on how the system then impacted to the next level, from the center to the classroom. Can you imagine the policy is decided in Jakarta, and then it has to be implemented in each classroom all over Indonesia, which involve 60 million children.
Wow, okay. A very huge task to do, apparently.
Yes.
So it's all about coordination, going hand in hand in a core system, like you said, how the regional and national central government collaborate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the keyword. That's the keyword. The contextualization and coordination. That's the key if we look at education at national level. Coordination and contextualization. So that's why we cannot make a policy which just one fit for all.
Okay. One homework noted. But
yes.
What about the policy under the administration of Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto and Vice President Gibran Rakabuming Raka that divides Indonesia's Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology into three separated ministers, primary, secondary education, then we have higher education, science and technology, and also Ministry of Culture. So do you think it's part of the efforts to make Indonesia's education and also culture be more focused?
Well, on one side, yes, I do agree, because the administration under three different ministers can give authority for education, higher education, primary, secondary education, and culture, focus on the matter. But don't forget, the three has very strong connection one to another. Therefore, coordination is the key. For example, all the produce from primary and secondary school level will go on to university. And the primary and secondary level, it's 12 years. And the quality of the 12 years education, subsidizing the preschool, yeah? 12 years in primary and secondary education will influence the quality of higher education, because those who are going to higher education, to university, those developed in primary and secondary level. So the quality of university depend on the quality of primary and secondary. So that's why coordination should be very strong. Then culture. Culture is not about the artifact. Culture is not about the the dancing, the all the artifacts, the what is it, the symbol of culture. But culture is the philosophy behind it. Culture should be developed from early education. Culture is actually improving the quality of the emotional, socio-emotional capacity in human being, the ability to adjust. All those they are all from culture. So that's why the coordination between the three ministries should be strong enough in order to maximize the quality of education as a whole.
Coordination, continuity from one grade to the next grade until university, yes. So we can produce the generation that is ready to face the world.
Yes, and quality human resources, which we are waiting for, right? We are waiting for quality human resources, because Indonesia, as it is said by the president, is very rich country. If we don't have strong human resources, then who is going to manage the richness of Indonesia, the richness in culture, the richness in nature, the richness in minds, and etc. So we need quality human resources, and education is one of the vital media to improve the quality of human being.
And education here, not only all about the academic things, right?
Of course.
Because every child has a different gift, different talent, and don't forget about the manner education as well. So everything is whole, right?
Yes, holistic education.
Holistic
Education. And that's why focusing very much on academic will rob the quality of the children, will rob the potential of the children. Because when we talk about academic, that's the easiest to grade. The easiest to grade is the academic side. The manner, the behavior, the skill is not something easy to grade because it's intangible. It's intangible, while academic can be easily tangible, because whenever you have learning materials, then it is tested, then the students get score, then we sort of have the right to judge the level of the students. If the score is high, then the student is good, which is not necessarily as good, actually.
Interestingly, one day I saw a post on social media about a teacher who thought life skills like ironing, folding clothes, that's really important, because that's what I also see in Japan, how they are taught like to make a line in a disciplined way since primary school.
Yes. And even there is a country which I observe in lower secondary school or SMP, where all students learn how to cook. So they have to prepare. This is not a demo. It's a lesson. And I think there are lots of things that they learn from cooking, for example, from preparing. They have to make prediction on the amount of what they cook. If they have 5 people to eat, then how much materials they need. If they have only 30 minutes to do, then what should they cook? That sort of things. Actually, it's the implementation of the academic that they learn in the lesson, in mathematics, in science. So many things they can practice in those kind of manner. And that's why here I am the one who disagree with the national exam, which focus only on subject matter, because that will take over all the energy of the student to focus on the test.
Couldn't agree more. And besides the national exam, there is still talk between the ministries and the parents as well, still think of it. So when it comes to education in Indonesia, what other issues that become the challenge here in Indonesia? The curriculum, infrastructure, honorary teachers, and so on. What do you think?
Yes. Number one, of course, I concern so much about the system, because our education system is very much following the dynamic of the politic in the country. So whenever, I think when talking about education, we cannot avoid the word sustainability and consistency. We have to understand what is happening to then create something new. We need to learn what is being done now to improve to the next quality, not just replacing it with something new. How can we maintain sustainability when there is no research on the existing system and then come up with a new system? This is the biggest ever challenge. I think presidents should pay attention on this and looking at again whether the system is connected between the previous policies in the existing policy now, which is being done. There has to be connection, because we cannot ask the students to wait until the system is perfect, because the next 5 years there will be another group of people saying that their system will be even better, which we don't know, because the quality of education is not on the quality of the policy only, but the quality of the implementation. That is one of the biggest challenge. The second big challenge is the quality of teachers. The quality of teachers, we cannot play game with the quality of teachers, because every single student in the class face teachers. If teachers do not maintain their quality, then how can they help the students? Because again, I always concerned about education is intangible. Education is it's not always transactional. People, when we do in the class, we have to do at our best quality. Things that cannot be done in the school should be avoided as much as we can. Then this will look at the quality of the principal. Principal has very important role to help the teacher improve their quality. Then beyond the principal is the local government, beyond the local government is the central government, who should pay attention on how much they can help to support the quality of the teacher. This is crucial. These two things, that we need to pay attention. Number one is the consistency and sustainability of the policy. Before we change the policy, we have to learn the existing policy and make sure how the implementation can be done. And number two, how teachers can be supported by the principal, and principal supported by the local government supported by central government. This should be done structurally and intensively to guarantee that all single children in Indonesia get quality education. We do not need to sporadically interfere with new type of school, like international school or sekolah rakyat. Actually, we do not need that if we are capable to improve the quality of the existing system and implementation.
Okay. So
when it comes to the quality of teacher, I'm so emotional. Sorry.
for the sake of our education, though. Okay.
Yes, for the sake of the nation.
Okay. From the system, the quality of teachers, now we go to the infrastructure, because we have good news today in celebration of National Education Day 2025. Indonesian Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education launched its priority programs to build and renovate 10,440 schools in Indonesia, with a total budget of around 16.9 trillion rupiah, or 983 million US dollars. So how do you see these programs launching?
This is good news, actually, to see that there are so many schools that their infrastructure is far beyond standard. Then they need to be standard. But we need to look at thoroughly. We cannot only focus on 1-2 area in Indonesia. We have to look at all, and then see how many students are there. Because I was once in the national accreditation body, and we actually found some school in the region which is still operating, but the number of students is getting less and less. Then we have to look at them. I think what we need to do is to go through carefully, in order not to put things in one place and then let other place neglected. We have to observe and really do a kind of careful research. I think now it's very easily can be done because of technology. Technology help us a lot to make sure what we do is right. And usually technology can give us a precise, not precise per se, but more precise prediction. How many schools are there? And then, which is very easy. Let's say if we look at Kabupaten Bajawa, how many schools are there? How many schools are operating? How many schools are operating and need to improve? We have to do that. And it's very easy to go through all. And don't forget, please, integrity of those who are responsible in developing it. Because this money should be dedicated for people, for children who are going to develop Indonesia in the future. So please do it properly, not just membangun, not just develop, but please maintain the quality of the school. We can see so many schools. I found in one kabupaten, not just one, in some kabupatens, the school is there, but for just only a couple of years, then the windows broken, then the chairs broken because of the quality. So please, those who are responsible for developing all those schools, please give the quality. Please give the quality, because teachers will not be able to do good teaching if they are not supported by good infrastructure.
Building and maintenance, that's another important
Yes, and make
thing.
sure that the building will be sustainable
And on target as well, yeah? All
and on target. And the next political year will be able to continue and not just demolish the system.
continuity. Okay.
Yes.
Ibu Itje, what would you like to say? What message would you like to
I'm
deliver?
sorry, I cannot hear you.
What message would you like to deliver on this National Education Day to our listeners who are not only Indonesian but also from all countries around the world?
Well, yes. Education is for life. Education is not just performance on the stage. Education is about life. Therefore, all people who play in education never wear masks. Please live genuinely as ever, because we help human being to grow. So we have to pay attention on our own growth. We need to grow. We need to listen to what we say in order that other people listen to us. Education is the main tool. The main tool. The staple food for brain and heart, for people to live. People live physically and mentally, so the mental is fed by education. And therefore, let's work together. Let's work together. Whether you are educator or not educator, let's help to improve the quality of human being by looking at the quality of ourselves and then share it with others.
And just like Ki Hajar Dewantara once said, that education is the most powerful weapon in the world.
Yes,
So
yes.
let's become a strong, smart, and powerful nation.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes,
much,
yes.
Ibu Itje Chodidjah, for joining us on VOI Talk, educating for a stronger, smarter nation, as the former executive chair, national representative of Indonesian National Commission for UNESCO. Once again, happy National Education Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy National Education Day.
Thank you. Well, listeners, that's today's VOI Talk, a very inspiring talk on this National Education Day. Hopefully, you can get insights about education and education itself in Indonesia. Joining us for more inspiring talks on VOI Talks from Indonesia, from Voice of Indonesia to the world.
RRI Digital with new look. Various collaborative content from various national programs, including live visual broadcasts, live radio broadcasts, music playlists, podcasts, video news, and various users' interaction features in the game. Various interesting content such as likes, comments, and shares, as well as live chat with broadcasters and users. Direct messaging and private chat facilities